Thank you very much. So I'm going to change hats here. So I'm going to change positions in the screen. Now I'm wearing this. Yeah, I'm the Graduate Institute. Now I'm under CEPR's hat. So I'm wearing my CEPR hat. This conference, as the chairman said at first, is going on for 15 years. The cooperation between CEPR and RIETI, and it's been very, very fruitful. As I understand, during the talks, there was a great deal of questions, including even before the seminar, about how the two areas, green growth and digital transformation, interact. And so what I want to do is take about 2 minutes to just lay out a few points where it's clear that they interact, and perhaps suggest that it is another focus for discussion. So first of all, the panelists and the speakers attacked global green growth in different ways. The speakers in digital technology rarely talked about green growth because there's so much to talk about digital transformation. But clearly these two things are deeply related. And I would just start off with the simple assertion that climate goals cannot be met with the usual growth and the usual technology. So that gives us two options. We either slow down growth, which will be immoral for the poor countries in the world, or we get greater climate efficiency, which means better technology. So those are the options. And obviously, better technology is the only viable one going forward. So digital technology is providing a possibility for this. And we discussed many of the ways, and I think Kaz's discussion about using technology to improve the urban environment is an exact example of ways in which digital technology can be used to improve the efficiency of our use of energy, even without lowering our growth rates or living standards. But I'd also add in one of the things we didn't talk about in the digital transformation is 5G and the Internet of Things. In essence, there's a systematic knitting together where things talk to each other and computers. And since it's mostly things that are using the energy, I mean, buildings, cars, all sorts of things are using energy. If they can be modern or better and coordinated better through 5G and the Internet of Things, efficiency gains can be had a lot. But deep down, this is a problem of the digital divide, so that there's a lot of things that are possible in rich countries are not possible in poor countries. And so in the end, we'll never really have this until renewable energy sources get cheaper than coal in countries like China and India. And until that happens, all the rest is very nice and important, but not going to really change the impact on the climate. So there, I think it's worthwhile saying that we need a global Apollo program, as Layard, Stern, and Turner have promoted, a global effort to find a way to make renewables cheaper than coal, and all together pushing, and the analogy is with the policy that the US had to develop a way of putting a man on the moon. That was called the Apollo program. So the other last point, and I promise this is the last point, there's lots of money to be made doing this. We can do well by doing good, because what we're talking about is introducing new products, new technologies, all of which will have huge markets around the world. So we shouldn't just view this as something that governments have to pay for, or something that's going to be a sacrifice for us. There's going to be lots and lots of good jobs and lots of businesses built on this digital green transformation that we're talking about. So, so as not to go on too much longer, I have lots more notes here, but I think I'll skip most of them. I just wanted to say that CEPR really appreciates the cooperation with RIETI. I think it's a fruitful connection, and it connects Europe and Japan in a way that's perhaps not as well developed as the Japan-US connection. And so I think it has a very fruitful niche, and I look forward to it continuing for many years to come. So with that, I'll turn it back to you, Tetsuya Watanabe-san, or I don't know if I should just close. Tetsuya, should I? You want to say the last word, or I just close?
Thank you, Richard, for a wonderful remark and kind words to our collaboration. with RIETI. Thank you again, everyone.